Welcome back to the London Cup here at Rye House Kart Raceway in Hoddesdon. Just before the break, we took a look at the qualifying heats from the Formula Stars Junior Rotax category, and now it's time to hand back to our commentator, Chris Hartley, for the final.
14-lap race coming up then for the Junior Rotaxes, these 125cc karts. An absolutely packed grid here. Number 88, Harry Holbrook, leading them round from pole position with the orange helmet. Gus Lawrence, last year's champion, looking to retain the title as we get underway with a rolling start and charge into stadium for the first time. Number 70, Max Clark, with a good start, slotting straight into second place. On board with number 32, Molly Hart. Then further back, Damani Meccano, number 20. They're carrying the onboard cameras. They make it safely through the first couple of turns. And there is the race leader then, safely holding on to pole position, converted that into the race lead. Number 88, Harry Holbrook. Max Clark, number 70, tucking into second position. Then into third place, Jordan Brown-Nutley, number 29. So down to fourth position from the front row of the grid has gone last year's champion, Gus Lawrence. There he is in the number 58 kart with the orange helmet. Already they complete the first lap of the race. Lawrence having a look at the inside of Jordan Brown-Nutley to try and get that third place back. He can't quite do it for the time being. Bit of a gap back then to fifth, which is Inem Coker, number 48. Could there be a challenge for second here? Jordan Brown-Nutley up the inside. There is a challenge. They both run wide. And here's a replay, and you're going to see there Gus Lawrence with the orange helmet gets past them as they will bang on the way through the hairpin. And Jordan Brown-Nutley, having dropped back now, coming under fire from Inem Coker there with the black suit and the white helmet. Going slowly there is number 85, which is Jay Rudd. Jay had made a good start to the race, picked up 4 or 5 positions early on, but it looks like the kart has come to a halt, or about to come into a halt. Top 4 go through. The next group led by number 35, George Brooks, 5th place back. There's George with the yellow nose cone. In 6th position, number 71, William Tregurtha. And on board with Molly Hart, number 32, who is trying to chase down number 25, Joshua Watts. And there is that number 85 kart. Jay Rudd, a sad sight, out of the race after just a couple of laps. So the top 2 together, and there with the checkered design on his helmet, number 88, Harry Holbrook. He was a heat winner earlier on, won the 3rd heat of the race. Gus Lawrence right on his tail now though. 3rd and 4th together in this battle for 5th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all the way down to about 13th place in a long line here as the leaders make their way through stadium. And it's still Holbrook coming under threat by slightly quicker at this stage of the race. Gus Lawrence, he's going to have a look at the inside of the way into the first hairpin. He carries the speed. Holbrook lets him go, doesn't fight too hard. He knows there's still a long way to go in this race. And good clean driving there from both of them. And there's Coker in 3rd place now, ahead of the number 29 kart of Jordan Brown-Nutley. On board here, good move that was from number 38, diving up the inside. Connor Hughes is coming from further back. Number 73, Taylor Harding just ahead as well. And more on board shots here as these karts, and you can just see the speed that they carry through the corners, especially that one. Number 33 flying up the inside was Luke Farreau, so he's challenging for a top 10 position here. There's number 29 in 4th place, Jordan Brown-Nutley, who got onto the podium in the Minimax race, so he's had a busy day here. Lots of little tussles going on further back. That's Damani Meccano, number 20, who's carrying one of our onboard cameras. He's only just come off novice plates. This is his first full season of racing. He's done a good job so far in this race, picking up quite a few positions up against older, more experienced opposition. And that was a good move to get at the inside of number 73, Taylor Harding, on the way into one of the hairpins. So lots and lots of overtaking all the way down through the field. There's the race leader, Gus Lawrence, now starting to edge away from number 88, Harry Holbrook, who in turn is coming under pressure from that young driver there, number 48, Inem Coker, based in Colchester, and a driver who finished 3rd in the Minimax Club Championships here at Rye House last year. So he steps up to Junior Rotax with a bit more power available to him. And a good move up the inside there from William Tregurtha, number 71, as he picks up a couple of places, and losing a couple of places, number 70, Max Clark, who is on the outside line there. And it just shows if you lose a place in karting, there's always a queue forming up, and it's very hard to get back onto the racing line. So if you lose one place, you very often can lose 2 or 3 in one fell swoop. Good onboard shots there from Molly Hart, who's just on the fringes of the top 10. And it is Inem Coker, number 48, trying to get second place away from Holbrook. Both of these were heat winners earlier on, and there's a change on the way to the hairpin. That is where Holbrook lost the lead of the race. Now he loses second place to Inem Coker, who fires one at the inside. Lots of tussling going on here. Number 33, Luke Farreau, has got up into the top 10. Now on board with Molly Hart as she gets onto the tail of number 25, Joshua Watts. Can't quite find a way through, but she was trying to pick up the pieces after the two ahead of that ran a little bit wide through the hairpin. Flats over the shoulder nervously now from Holbrook. He's in third, so he's still on for a podium. But right behind him there in fourth place is Jordan Brown Nutley, and Jordan a little bit quicker through Stadium, a bit more grip seemingly available to him. Is he going to look at the inside into the hairpin? No is the answer. I think he thought about it, but Holbrook knows what's coming now and brake pretty late on the way into the outfield hairpin. And they're now losing touch with that number 48 kart there in a clear second place. In Mkoka, who's come up from 7th on the grid. Top four go through. Here's the battle for 5th place, number 71. William Tregurtha, who's recently finished 3rd in the Anglian Championships, a big national meeting at Kim Bolton, and races in the Super 1 British Championships. There's Max Clark, who started the race well, but has been bumped back into that second group of karts. Looking forward to one of the novice drivers, Matthew Heaven, number 77, as Damani Meccano picks up another place. So another good move from Damani. Been up and down the order a little bit, but he's starting to make his way back through the field and certainly holding his own. Runs 3rd in the Club Championships in his first season of racing. Look at the speed that these karts carry so low to the ground. It looks faster even than it really is, and a little tussle going on ahead there. Number 38 getting in the mix again, Connor Hughes. Here's this battle for the final place on the podium. Jordan Brown Nutley again looks a bit quicker, holds a tighter line through Stadium, but it's no opportunity for him there. Best opportunity probably is going to be down at one of these hairpins, but he's a bit too far back this time, and Holbrook has managed to increase his speed through that part of the course. This is the way into the outfield hairpin now, two back-to-back hairpins. Molly Hart there with the blue colour scheme with the onboard shots. Big queue forming up behind her, but she's into the top 10 here and having a good day at Rye House. And there is the number 35 kart, George Brooks, trying to get back up into the top 6, trying to attack and defend at the same time, because as ever with these karts, there are 5 or 6 of them grouped together. In the mix as well then we've got 27 Alex Burford Fuller, who's 2nd in the Club Championships. Bit of a tap there into the hairpin from 3rd and 4th, but they got away with it. Oh, and going off the circuit there on the way into the first corner. That is a big moment for number 38 Connor Hughes. He tried to pull off a move. Here's a view from just behind on the onboard. There is number 38 to the left. He looks to the outside, and I just don't think that the 87 kart of Luke Highfield, I don't think the driver saw him. He ran out of road onto the dust and into the barriers. Hopefully he'll be okay. But that was a pretty high speed moment on the way into Stadium, which is the corner the leaders are now coming through. 3rd and 4th go through there with Jordan Brown Nutley still trying to find his way ahead of Holbrook, and they're slowing up on the way into the hairpin, and this is because everybody is slowing up. So this is to deal with the incident, I think, at Stadium. We don't have safety cars in kart racing, so effectively the race leader becomes the pace setter. Everybody bunches up behind. There is no overtaking allowed. You have to drive at a sensible speed. So very bad news is for Gus Lawrence, who built up a nice big advantage. Very good news for Inen Koka, who's now right onto his tail. There's another of the karts which went out earlier on, number 85 Jay Rudd. And probably an opportunity as well for William Tregurtha, who was just off the tail of that top 4, but now he's right up there with them. No overtaking then until they get over the start-finish line. Beginning to build up the speed now is the race leader, but coming out of the slipstream up the inside. Bit of contact, I think, on the way through is Koka, but he runs wide on the way through Stadium. You're not having that, says Gus Lawrence. I'm the champion. I want to retain the title. And back through he comes into the lead of the race, and everybody queuing up now behind as they fight for 3rd place. I think Brown Nutley has got the 3rd position as they come into the outfield hairpin. Pretty tight. Yes, he's managed to do it. Out of 4th place as well has gone Holbrook. So Holbrook down into 5th position now, with Tregurtha getting in the mix as well. So it's all change at the front, except at the very front, where despite the efforts of Inen Koka, Gus Lawrence has got the lead of the race back as we go into the closing stages now. The top 3 come through and move up the inside, possibly there for Luke Farrow, inside that top 6 battle as well in the number 33 kart. There is 88. He led this race. He might not get on the podium now. He's going to try, though, down the inside there. He went all the way into the hairpin. Bit of bumping and boring. One runs wide. Number 35, George Brooks. Molly Hart with the onboard camera, trying to get her at the top 10, trying to break into the top 8 if she can. Another kart goes off, bodywork. A nose cone that was on the circuit. Back on board with Molly Hart. George Brooks gets back at the inside of Joshua Watts as they battle for 8th position. The checkered flag comes out, and it's Gus Lawrence who wins the London Cup again.
A terrific battle between the top three, with Gus Lawrence, Inham Coker and Jordan Brown Nutley separated by less than a second. Harry Holdbrook and William Tregertha are 4th and 5th, with Max Clark just pipping Luke Farrow to 6th place.
It was close. The man put the green flag out quite late, so I didn't realise if I had to go or not. Then I saw Inham in second, overtook me quite late down the straight, so I had to get him back straight away, really. It was quite a close one. Most of the race I was in the lead. At the end of the crash, that's what closed the whole pack up, really. So I won it last year as well, so it's my second time. I'm really pleased.
In first place, 2013, the London Cup winner for Junior Rotax, retaining his title, Gus Lawrence.
Congratulations to Gus Lawrence, Inham Coker and Jordan Brown Nutley for making the podium in a very tough class. We'll be back with our final race after this short break.